Hey everyone. Let's take a moment to inhale love and exhale gratitude. So I know right now we're in a challenging time as a species, as humans, as beings incarnated on this planet at this time. There's this silence right now, this kind of stillness, and it's hard. I mean, it's what it's doing is it's getting us to sit with ourselves. For so many of us who said no to the product in the arm, who said, we're not going to take this shit anymore, who stood up for themselves. A lot of us find ourselves at a place of just kind of still quietness. I don't mean that isn't necessarily for those who refused. It's for everybody, right? Like, you might go out and just kind of notice there's just kind of this eerie quietness right now, this time of year. And part of it is the time of year, part of it is the thinning of the veil. But we're also on the cusp of something so much greater. Now, I know that there's been a lot that's been promised in the truth community and so on and so forth. However, I think what this is really calling us to do is to take the time for ourselves that we need. It's also really cold right now. Like it is, the temperature, at least where I'm at, in the northern hemisphere, in the U.S., in actually the south of the U.S., but still the northern hemisphere, the temperature has gotten drastically cold for this time of year. I mean, it's October, it's cold, but it's not usually this cold in the south, this early. Um, and part of that is the earth returning to its natural state and things going back the way that they need to be. Um, but it presents an extra challenge, right? Because not only are we dealing with a lot of solitude for a lot of us, but we're also dealing with this, this coldness, and it's hard. And this is a time for us to transmute our, what frustration we might be feeling right now, what stillness we might be feeling right now, transmute it into something that we can work with. And you owe it to yourself to take some time to find a practice of some sort, find something that really makes you connect to source, to God the creator. Take this time to go within and reflect. Take this time to cleanse and let go of things that are no longer serving you. Especially, old emotions and old wounds. Take this time to heal them. Because that's what it's been for. That's what we're meant to be doing right now, I think. I mean, listen to your higher self and what you're being called to do. But don't waste it. Don't let it get to you. And I know it's hard. I mean, it can be for me too, for anyone. I'm not perfect at all. We're all in this journey together. We're all walking each other home. And it takes time. And, having seen some of what's been going on in the background, both just by doing the research and looking at what's out there on the back channels and on channels like Rumble and BitChute and things like that, where certain content is more accessible, there is a lot going on. And we can't see it all right now, but there is. But don't, don't wait. I think this is a perfect time to go within and transmute that energy and reach out to others and connect and figure out where you can build the new communities that we're going to need. This is a good time for us to build those communities together. Whether you're using an app like Telegram or something similar, or Truth Social or whatever, that's all great. But it also helps too to get out and get to know your neighbors, and just be authentic, because authenticity is something that we really, really need right now. There's been so much of the, filling a role or filling a job or a purpose just because it's what we were programmed to do or told to do. And I mean, we've been fit into these boxes for so long. We're shaped like them, and now we don't know what to do with ourselves now that the boxes are opening up and we're coming out. And this is a prime time for us to understand, to realize that we are creators, that we are not simply, box people. We are creators. We have the power to do whatever we want to manifest. And as long as we're in alignment with Source and with God and with natural law, then that goodness will come back to us threefold, tenfold, and more. And, you're worth it. So stop parroting media lies, stop parroting talking points. Even I've noticed that when it comes to certain individuals in the truth community, such as Mr. 107 and Phil G and others, like I feel that, I don't follow them regularly, but I feel that their purpose is more or less to stir people up. I mean, in some ways, like we know that some of them are actors too, right? Like 107 very clearly seems to be an actor, and many have gotten that she's being played by different people, or that he's being played by different people. And, one of them might have been a Kennedy at one point. I guess we'll find out. But the point is not to get fixated on, who's who and what's what. The point of all of this is for us to figure out how to build the world that we want to build together. And we are worth it. Our children are worth it. And it's going to take some time because we are so used to being in that box shape. So figure out yourself, like get to know your own soul. Spend time doing so, and don't be ashamed of who you are and of that soul, because you are beautiful at your core. And I'm not talking about, letting yourself be controlled by vice or by like lower vibration, like things that are outside of you, that are outside of us, that can easily take us over if we let them. Don't idolize those things and let them master you. Master yourself. And follow what inspires you truly within. Not what's going to give you, a short amount of pleasure, but what is going to help you master yourself, help you grow for the long term. Anyways, We'll get through this. We already are. Excuse me, I'm a little tired. And we are so close to great things coming. We are so much closer. And remember that we are one. We are all aspects of the creator of all. We are all fractals of source, of God. And we're all here experiencing this reality together and co-creating this reality together, co-influencing this reality together. So let's make it fucking awesome.